in today's video, we're going to do the Nivi Drape, but with a satin silk sari. I've been getting a lot of questions on how to best drape these saris that are used a lot as bridesmaid saris. And so I'm gonna take you through step by step with little tips and tricks that you can use so that your drape turns out beautiful. If you've seen my other videos, you know how much I love my Saree silhouettes, and I recommend them under your kanjiburams, your silks, and especially your satin. You don't want any extra material, any bulges in your drape when you're wearing these saris that drape beautifully. And so a fitted skirt that is super comfortable to move and sit cross-legged on the ground in is super important. Our Saree silhouettes will allow you to do that. It has a drawstring waist and a cotton drawstring, elastic plus drawstring combination so that your drape will hold beautifully and you will be comfortable the entire time you wear a sari. So I highly recommend looking into the Saree silhouette, and if you decide to go with another product, make sure you look into the material and how it's constructed, because they are not all made the same. And then obviously a crop top. I'm wearing the birthday crop top from TiaBhuva.com, but any crop top will do. You just want to make sure it's something that's comfortable and shows as much or as little skin as you'd like. And then finally the sari I'm going to be draping the Blush Luxe Saree from TiaBhuva.com today. It is a beautiful sari that just drapes itself, but whatever sari you choose, make sure it's something that's lightweight and easy to drape, especially if you're a beginner. So let's get started. So first things first, we're going to pleat the pallu, and before you pleat the pallu, you want to iron the entire sari. Trust me, this is going to make your entire pleating experience just easier and faster. With satin silk saris, with our saris, what I do is I actually don't iron it. I throw it in the dryer for like 10 minutes with those dryer wool balls. I don't recommend this with every sari, but if yours is from TiaBhuva.com, you can definitely try this. I would just leave it on the lowest setting and pop in every 1 or 2 minutes, especially if it's your first time doing it with your dryer, because all dryers are different. But it is the quickest way to iron a satin silk sari without putting in a lot of effort or time. Once it's ironed, let's get pleating. And you can check out my video on how to pleat the pallu. It's the same method for all of my saris that I use. It's super quick and it'll get you those perfect pallu pleats in no time. Once you've pleated the pallu, so you want to take the other end and tuck it in to your skirt nice and flat and tight so that it holds the entire sari. You want to twirl and tuck as you go until you get back to the front. And make sure as you're tucking, you're doing it nice and neat. So once you get back to your belly button, you want to make sure there's no folds or twists in the fabric. Bring it around your body and put it on your left shoulder. You want to make sure you're good with the length of the pallu, and I am. You want to take the edge of the sari that's closest to you and bring it around and just tuck it in here like that. And you'll see that you've created this big loop of fabric. That's what you're going to pleat. Before we start pleating, you want to hold the sari tight like this, so across your body. Put your hand to the left of your belly button, like just to the left of your belly button, and start pleating there. This makes sure that you have enough space on the front, or enough fabric on the front pleat so it doesn't open up. You can check out my video on how to pleat. Once you get to the end of the fabric, you want to make sure you have a little bit of fabric left here so you can take those hip pleats. What you're going to do is let go of the pleats and stagger them ever so slightly so that they give you a nice flare in the drape. I like to pin it together and then pin it to my skirt, but you can also straight away pin it to your skirt so that it does not move. And then tuck the pleats in. Then I would also add a pin here. And then for the hip pleats, what you're going to do is just pull this fabric, make sure it's like straightened out, all the wrinkles are out. Reach underneath all of the pleats here and take this fabric and pull it really tight and create pleats as you go. And see, we've got some pleats here. As soon as you pull this tight, they automatically form, and you can definitely guide them as well. And then you just want to fold this fabric forward and tuck it in. And that's pretty much it. You've got your drape. You can fix the pleats. If there's anything that's kind of going rogue, you can definitely fix it, put it into place. And then this pin I would take off and kind of just move it to my shoulder. Once you pin that pin, you just want to spread out these pleats so they're nice and perfect. There you go. And that's it. You can definitely drape your own sari if you're a bridesmaid and you haven't worn a sari before. It just takes a little bit of practice, and definitely check out my pallu pleating as well as my pleating videos for some practice so that on the day you're more comfortable and you're able to do it. And I highly recommend pre-pleating the pallu and even the front pleats if you're not comfortable doing them on the spot or on the day of, so that you are better prepared and you're able to enjoy your friend or your sister or your cousin's wedding. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you are a bridesmaid or you're part of the bridal party, I would love to know, what colors are you guys wearing? Leave them in the comments below. I read all of my comments and it honestly makes my day. And if you haven't yet, subscribe, and I will see you in another video.